Thank you so much. Welcome you over here, myself and Diane Nolan, ready to get you going with the other side of the Western New York rivalry. Happy to be joined by Canisius head coach Shahar Nusebe, Cici Aleko joining us as well. And before we talk about anything else, we're so excited to be here in AC. I know you've had a busy day already. Coach, how you doing today? How you feeling?
Doing great. I love the fact that we have this event to tip off the season. It makes it feel real. You know, we're just a few weeks out of official season, and to be here with our MAAC opponents, spend some time with them. We had breakfast this morning together. I love it. It's a really exciting time of year.
Yeah, it's great, that camaraderie that you get to develop with your rivals before you then, get on the court and play some games.
Absolutely. I mean, this conference, at the end of the day, there's a ton of phenomenal coaches, phenomenal players, but tremendous people. I think we have a lot of respect for one another off the court. On the court, it's go time, but off the court, there's a lot of respect there.
And, Coach, I know you're very excited about this squad. You can see it. I know we had a chance to speak earlier. Talk to us about your players.
Oh, my goodness. I'm so excited about the women that we have on our roster this year. I think the one thing that separates us is the mentality and our approach to our work. That has shown it's been consistent from day one. Starting in June when we got here this summer, we put in 7 consistent weeks, and just their approach to the work, to the how. Not what we're doing, but how we're doing, the attitude towards it. It's been phenomenal, so very excited.
And Cici, I know Coach has talked about you expanding your game. Talk to us a little bit about what you've been doing.
I really worked this summer towards my footwork. I wanted to grow my footwork and also just trying to, be a better leader. Communication was a thing for me. So I really worked on that during this summer. So, yeah.
Cici, to build on that point, you mentioned the things that you want to add to your game, that you're getting ready, but after a tremendous year last year, do you even as a student athlete have a chance to look back and go, man, I did have a good year and I'm ready to work even harder next year?
Yes, of course. I was grateful for my first year, but there's always room for improvement. So I'm excited and I worked a lot. So yeah.
Yeah, Coach, you mentioned the student athletes in your program, but it's that team focus that I think separates your club from other ones. And just what about the group, the makeup of your student athletes from a competitive standpoint, and everything that brings them together gives you the most excitement about this season?
You just used one word, competitive, and that is a unifier for this team. Every individual on this team is extremely competitive. And actually, Diane and I had an opportunity to talk this weekend, and she asked one word to describe this team, and I used another C word, connected. We are a very connected and competitive group. Practices have been an absolute blast. I find myself every day, we're just playing more and more, and they love it. So it's a really fun time.
And Cici, how have you brought your leadership onto the squad? I know you've got some new people around you. Although you're a young veteran, you still are a veteran. How are you bringing that to the team?
I think just being authentic to myself. I try my best to be there for them and just show them on and off the court that I'm there. And on the court, I try my best to be vocal and just, try to elevate and try to make the people around me better. And yeah.
And, Coach, what would it mean to bring that MAAC championship trophy back to Buffalo?
We have some very hungry players who want that trophy in the worst way. And I know they probably saw the preseason rankings, and they're feeling some type of way back home in Buffalo. But we're going to get home and get back to work. We're in our own race, and it's not about anybody else. It's about looking straight ahead, not looking left or right. So we're focused on just getting better every day, and if we can continue to do that to where we're our best in March, I think we have a good shot.
Yeah.
Well, and this group has, Coach, been seemingly, since you've taken over, I think improvement's kind of the key word. It is progress, right? Increasing win totals, winning a tournament game last season as well. So now let's fast forward to this year. You already talked about what you like about your team, but now what has them in position, in your opinion, to continue to take those steps?
I think we have elevated talent from last year. I think we brought in some fresh faces who are veterans and who are winners. We've got a couple women who are coming from some really successful programs. They know what it takes to win, And winning doesn't happen when the ball tips. Winning happens every single day in practice, in lift, in the classroom, in our community service activities. It's how we approach life. And I think we've got some tremendous veterans who have joined our program, and they're teaching everybody what it takes. And it's who you are. And I think our entire group is adapting to that winning mentality and living out that standard.
And Cece, to follow up on Eddie's point, do you talk about in the locker room the little preseason ranking? I know sometimes you pick lower, you kind of use it for fuel for fire, and then if you're higher, you kind of like just look at it. What's the feeling in your locker room?
Honestly, we could have been like first or 9, but like for us it's still the same work. We're still gonna go back at it, still work, trying to prove ourselves and just be yourself. So I sent a message to my group chat this morning, a picture of the ranking, and I was like, oh, I hope it's like you're excited, that I hope it's fired you up, because I'm excited and I know what we got, the newcomers that we have, and like, as long as we stay together, we're gonna be good and keep working.
Well, we really appreciate the time, Coach Cece. Thank you so much. Wish you the best of luck this season.
Thank you both so
Thank
much.
you.
Good
Appreciate
luck.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's